When your spring just isn't tough, plunger tube is looking rough. Normal plastic's not enough, just go to Orange Mod Works, where their mods are like an orange. What's up guys, Pone here, and today I just wanted to talk about a little Orange Mod Works kit. In one of my previous videos, I went and got a few things off Craigslist. One of those things was a Raider. I had an Orange Mod Works Massacre Raider kit sitting around. I've had it forever, I just never used it. I don't know why. Sometimes you just buy stuff and then other stuff comes up. So I finally wanted to install it, and I did. Before I talk about it too much, let's just check out the internals. Alright, so I've already installed the kit, and with this kit you get the jig and stickers, the plunger tube and my thing, and then the inner plunger tube. I guess in this case the outer plunger tube becomes more like the plunger rod. It also comes with a metal catch and a stronger catch spring, and that is because the spring load in this is 6 kilograms as opposed to the 2.5 kilograms in your typical stock Raider. All the internals here are made out of polycarbonate, which is a lot stronger than your regular plastic, and also takes better to impact, which is what ends up happening here. There's also a rubber O-ring not only around the end of the plunger tube but in the back of the outer plunger rod, and that helps mitigate some of the damage when it impacts the back of the plunger tube. It's a nice blue color. I like their blue. Very nice looking internals, although you'll probably never see them again. So you also get a metal reinforcement that fits into the stock adapter. And that's to help with the higher spring load, so it doesn't just warp the plastic and shoot back into the stock adapter. If you saw one of my Goodwill videos, you'll see that that was actually the situation in this Retaliator. So that metal plate helps stop this. Alright, now let's do a battery of firing demonstrations. I'll run through a stock Raider, an Orange Mod Works Raider, stock Rampage, and then an Orange Mod Works Rampage, just to see the difference in how they perform. Everybody probably knows if they own the original Raider, its performance is terrible. So let's see what that's like. I think the average FPS that I've tested for this is about 45. So let's check out what that looks like. So those things start to drop almost immediately out of the barrel, and it sounds pretty weak to boot. Alright, so next up for the firing test in the order of FPS is the Rampage. So a stock Rampage typically gets, from my chronograph readings, about 65 FPS. It's a lot better. It feels good. It's got a nice clean prime. So now let's try the Raider with the Orange Mod Works kit. Now the FPS I clocked with this is about 10 over the stock Raider, so about 75 FPS. Much harder. It turns the pitiful Raider into something that can actually compete with an elite blaster. Alright, so now let's check out what it's like to fire a Rampage with the Orange Mod Works kit. So the Orange Mod Works kit in a Raider gets about 90 FPS, which is a very reasonable FPS. Typically, I'm very happy with something that fires around 100, and that's honestly kind of the ceiling for stuff I've done so far. I haven't done a ton of air blasters. That's probably going to get you much higher FPS. But anything between 90 and 100, you know, is great in my book. Now, one issue that when you use these upgraded kits is you never want to dry fire them. And with the Rampage, you can actually deprime the blaster by holding onto this tightly while you pull the trigger and then pulling it forward. You're not slamming the plunger rod into the plunger tube with no dart in order to create sort of a cushion of air. Now the difference between that and the Raider is that you can't do that. I don't know why you can't deprime this. I thought it might have something to do with slam fire, but these do have slam fire. Anyway, it's how they change their internal sum. When you prime it, you pull the trigger, nothing happens. And then when you pull it all the way forward, that's when it actually locks into place. So you have to pull the trigger. Ooh, and that sounds terrible. As I said before, there is a little O-ring in there, a little rubber kind of gasket to maybe help soften the blow, but still, you don't want to dry fire these things. It pains me to hear that. Now I'm telling you all this, not because I'm getting paid, but in the future, Orange Mod Works, if you wanted to send anything my way, I wouldn't say no. Anyway, I'm telling you this because the kits are on clearance right now. I just ordered a couple because I've got a couple other Raiders, and I'm going to throw them in there to make them actually legitimate blasters. And I like Orange Mod Works.
And I like you. I wanted you to know about it because I want you to be happy with their product, and I want them to keep making money so they keep making more products. Can't we all just come together to buy things and love things from Orange Mod Works? That's enough sappy crap about Orange Mod Works. I'm out.